Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diagnosing why my swapped Lexus IS300 fuel gauge is always stuck at E. There's a few things that it could be. This is a common problem with swapped cars, but we're going to have to get to the fuel pump, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the rear seat and start getting that removed. Let's jump in. First things first is the removal of the rear seat, which is pretty much just pull up and then yank it out. Mega simple, so do not be afraid of this job. It is super easy. So the saddle fuel tank is here on the right side with the secondary pump, and the main pump and the main fuel tank is on that side. You're gonna have to remove both, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so on both sides you have these little 10 millimeters, so these gotta come off. And once those are off, you can pull the cover off, and you have a couple of Phillips head screws, so those gotta come out. That's what's next. This little clip can just be pulled with a little flat head, just pushing it on the tip, and you can pull that guy out. And that's going to be for our fuel level sensor. I'm going to pull this, and let's go ahead and see if there's anything wrong with it. All right, so now that that is out, I can go ahead and pull this guy. So if we look right here, this is actually the level sensor. So what we're going to do is just measure across the terminals here and see what kind of resistance ratings we're getting across the range, make sure that it's still operating the way it should be, and then we're going to move on to the other side. So let's check that out. Okay, so now that you have it out, what you're going to do is grab your multimeter, put it in resistance mode, hook one lead up to one side and take another lead and touch the other side. So what I'm looking at here, I'm looking for a clean sweep. That's at its max. And then as we go all the way to the bottom, it jumps to about 56. There's a little bit of some sway in between, but that's just from me moving it not super smoothly. This looks like a pretty clean sweep to me. So I'd say that's pretty good. Let's move on to the other side, make sure the other side looks good. All right, so we're in the back now. It's just those three plastic 10 mils. Pull this right off. I've got an aftermarket fuel pump with Walbro 525 in here. So I've got two -6 AN lines I gotta pull, and then the factory connector. So factory connector, and then I got my power and ground, so I'm gonna pull that right now. Okay guys, so now that we've got the fuel pump out, this is what we're going to be testing for. There are two pins that contact these top two pins in here. So technically, if you wanted to see what it's doing, you could also do this when you just pull the door off. You can grab your multimeter and just probe across this pin and this pin here, the bottom right and the bottom middle. But I know I'm going to have to replace it, so I just had to pull it anyway. For ease, I'm just going to pull this off and test it off. Basically, just pull these tabs and just pull that off. Could set that down. Now let's test the resistance on the fuel float. So this is our fuel float. I'm going to just grab a little back probe, throw one back probe in positive side and one to the negative. And look at that. Oh well. So we do not have a connection across the two. So I've heard that with E85, these just go over time. So this is going to be our fix here. So I'm going to go ahead and find another one of these from a junkyard and replace this with another factory fuel level sender. I'm sure it will last a little while longer. This one's lasted, I mean, this is my factory one, so I've had this on here for a long time. So no biggie, super easy to replace. Literally just place it back in there. So I'm going to get myself another one of these, replace that, and we'll be reading fuel again like normal. So guys, thanks for watching. That's going to conclude our video on how to test and fix the dead fuel level gauge on the IS300. Thank you guys for watching. Next week is Christmas, so look out for the full recap video of the year. And then after that, starting the new year right with the RX-7 Bay paint and getting into the motor build. This is a big year coming up. Thank you guys so much for following along this far. I'll see you next week and every week after that. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and see you next week for the final video of the year. Peace.